Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Joy back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about makeup and how men feel about makeup on women and how women feel about makeup and why they wear it, why I wear makeup. Done a sit-down commentary video in a long time. I think it's been like 1 or 2 months, and I'm really sorry for that. The reason is because with commentary, I like to be thorough and I like to base a lot of my opinions in actual factual things. So yeah, but if you are wondering, commentary will always be a part of my channel because I love talking about my opinions on the internet. The reason why I want to do this video is because I watch a lot of videos in the manosphere, specifically MGTOW, about how makeup is a deception, how women are liars because they wear makeup or fake up, and how just makeup is a lie. And I kind of wanted to do this video after I saw Jennifer Molesky's video about is makeup a lie. I do want to point out that I understand where men are coming from about how they feel that they are lied to when, you know, you see the hot girl and then you take her home and then she has the makeup off and you're like, is that the same person? I totally get that. If I was a guy, I would probably be concerned about that too. And there's that joke like, take her swimming on the first date, blah blah blah, ha ha ha. But with that said, I think one of the points of this is, but what did you expect? Did you actually think that her eyes are sparkly blue? Did you actually think that she has a black line on her eye? Did you actually think that underneath it all, her skin was just perfect? Did you think underneath all of it all, her lips were actually red? Like, what did you expect? And why are you so surprised and so shocked? If you don't watch a lot of these types of videos, a lot of the men in the manosphere have a huge issue with makeup. To a certain degree, there's nothing wrong with that. It's fine if you don't like if your girl or your lady wears makeup because you like how they look naturally and you don't like how the makeup looks. That's just your preference. That's totally okay. There's nothing wrong with having anything against makeup, but to say that makeup is a lie is a different story. And so that's what I'm going to be countering in this argument here. My question to you guys is that how can makeup be considered a lie when you can see it on a woman's face, when it's clearly visible? Sometimes it's not. And the thing about that is, if a makeup is not clearly visible on a woman, it means that woman is likely naturally beautiful, because the only way to imitate that natural beauty is to do light touch-ups and just naturally be beautiful. Like Glossier is known as a brand that's for naturally beautiful people because it's really light makeup and it doesn't cover anything. So if a woman is heavily covered in stuff, it's usually because she's really insecure even though she's really pretty, or she might not look as attractive without it. You would assume that a woman doesn't look as good underneath the makeup when you can clearly see it on her face, but so many guys act so surprised when they see women without makeup on, and it's like, what did you expect? Did you think that women just naturally look like that? Like, come on, man, come on, don't be so surprised. The point that I want to drive home is that a lie is something that is not true, but you don't know that that's the case, hence why it's a lie. So for the sake of this video, I decided to not wear makeup. I rarely ever wear makeup, and the only time I really wear makeup these days is for YouTube videos. And I was like thinking to myself when I was writing this script, I was like, why do I wear makeup for YouTube videos but not in real life? And I was like, you know what, might as well make a video bare face, so your girl got nothing on. So why do women wear makeup? I want to start from the very foundation. So Hollywood has done a great job at fooling both men and women about what the ideal, the perfect, the beautiful image a woman should be. They have done a good job at basically programming all of us into thinking what is the standard of beauty in our society. The thing is, celebrities are faker than your average woman, and this is because they have access to the best makeup artists, the best fashion designers, the best people who do facials, who do nails, who do invasive surgeries, laser hair removal, they can do plastic surgery. They have access to all of that because of the time and money. which your normal woman does not have. And then you compare a celebrity to your average woman and you're like, wow, like the average woman is not that pretty, because your whole perception of what a woman should look like has come from entertainment, has come from magazines, has come from models, and there's such unattainable images for a woman that they cannot achieve naturally. But even though these celebrities tend to be faker than the average woman, some men will still hold these celebrities to the standard of beauty. They will still view these women as attractive. And I think another point that I want to drive home is that maintaining beauty is an effort. It takes a lot of time to get up, pick an outfit, you know, put makeup on, take a shower, curl your hair, do all of that, do your nails, you know, exfoliate your skin, have a good skincare regimen. Like, it takes time and effort, and it takes money. And your average woman does not have that type of life. Celebrities that are female have this easy life where they can focus on whatever they're doing for a job, and they make so much money that, you know, they can afford to just care about what they look like. A lot of women can't do that. They work, they have kids, blah, 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 you know. You're going to see your average woman not look as good as a celebrity because of the added stress in their life, and because some women don't have that type of money that these celebrities do. And like, a lot of us just don't have time in the morning to just like to get ready because life is so busy, you know. We don't have that luxury that celebrities do. I feel like a lot of men don't really know what natural beauty looks like, and I could be wrong, but the way that I see all these men come off in their videos, it just shows me that, like, I get this vibe that your perception of female beauty has been so warped that you don't even know what natural feminine beauty looks like. Because on the one hand, in a lot of these videos, these men complain about women wearing makeup and how it's deceitful and this and that, but at the same time, they're making fun of these women when they're looking at the photos of them with no makeup. So they're complaining about them wearing makeup, but they're also degrading them and making fun of them for their natural state of beauty. And when I watch these videos and I see the women with their before and after with makeup, and I'm like, wow, that woman is actually pretty cute. She's pretty decent looking. Like, you know, there's nothing wrong with her. She might have some acne, but acne is something you can change. You can control that. That's not something that's like on your face forever, you know? So that's why I feel like a lot of these men come off like they don't even know what natural beauty looks like. And I think that's the problem, and it's not necessarily the man's fault because of Hollywood programming all of us to thinking what a certain image should look like. And the reason why a lot of celebrities do have plastic surgery, they do makeup, is because the entertainment business has a certain look for their female celebrities, and that's why they feel pressured into doing that. And I'm not saying that these celebrities aren't beautiful. I think a lot of these celebrities are beautiful before and after their surgeries, but I just don't think that it's fair for men and society to have that standard of beauty in the entertainment business when those people are not naturally beautiful because they've had so many enhancements that women like me cannot afford. In this video, I hope that you can take away from it is that you need to learn to deprogram your brain into thinking what's the ideal woman, because Hollywood definitely does not portray that, because that's not natural. A woman's value in society is her appearance. Men are visual creatures, and female celebrities have possessed this unattainable image of a beautiful woman. And we women know this. We know this to our core. Almost every woman in the world, if not all, are insecure. A lot of us are really insecure about how we look, about our body, about our face, about how we come off to other people. Do they think we're attractive? Even if we don't want to date them, you know? Because we as female know that our value is so tied to our looks, it becomes one of the most important things in our life, and one of the most things that we become insecure about. It's not that we want to, but it's just that happens because of society, and we're all products of society. Even myself, like, I'm pretty insecure, you know? Sometimes I get really insecure. Sometimes I'll look at a photo and I'll be like, I'll find something new to be insecure about. I'll be like, oh my gosh, my forehead's really big. And for you men out there, you need to understand this. even the most beautiful woman out there who you would look at and you'd be like, oh my god, I wish I dated her, I wish she was my girlfriend, I wish she was my wife. The most beautiful woman that you ever seen in your life that you think has just like perfect life, or that like she could not ever be insecure because she's so pretty, she's insecure. I have a lot of really pretty friends. I've known a lot of really pretty girls, and they're all insecure. And I've heard things about how they say, oh, I look fat, or oh, like I'm so ugly, or this and that. And I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, girl, please, you ain't ugly. Like, you're so beautiful. Like, I wish I looked like you, you know? And it's just crazy, like, how insecure women are. And so even the most pretty women out there, they feel like they're ugly. They feel like they're fat. You know, take the skinniest girl and she'll be like, oh my gosh, I don't have curves, or oh my gosh, I'm so fat. Models are insecure. Miss California is insecure. You know, it's just crazy. Like, every woman is insecure about something. Because when you tie your value on your looks, you're going to be insecure about that, because like that's something that's not going to always be there. I mean, how many times have you ever heard a woman, especially on YouTube, apologize for appearance? Like, if you watch a lot of female celebrities, sometimes or if you watch a lot of female YouTubers, sometimes they'll have videos where they don't have any makeup on. It might be a vlog, or it's before their makeup routine. They might apologize, like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about my appearance, or I'm so, like, sorry I look so ugly. How many times have you heard that? I hear that so many times when I watch stuff. And myself too, I catch myself saying that same stuff in my videos when I don't look put together, when I don't have makeup on. And I'm like, why? Why are we apologizing for, you know, not putting makeup on? Why are we apologizing for not looking our best? Like, guys don't do that. Like, why is that? So that's something that you should watch and pay attention to, because that happens a lot. Another thing that I want you to understand is that women are in constant competition with other women. Not because we want to, but because in the way of how society is structured, it kind of allows for that. You know, and social media has only made this worse, with women competing about popularity status, look-wise, how many guys that they can get. You know, women crave male attention. I'm just like exposing my gender right now. So we as women are very intuitive creatures. You know, we pay attention to details. We can read people like crazy, which is something that men are not good at. So because of that, we know that men are visual creatures, which means that we need to look better than the next girl in order to win you over, to get that male attention. And then you wonder why women wear makeup. You wonder why women do their hair, why women dress a certain way, or why women do their nails. And I think one thing to point out is that women need male attention like men need sex. Why? It validates their existence. It makes them feel wanted. It's a biological need, and it makes them seem important to other people. And basically what I'm meaning about this is not that every woman is necessarily craving male attention. It's in our DNA to want to feel attractive. You know, it's in our DNA to want other men to crave us, even if we don't like them back, you know. That's just female nature. There's nothing wrong with that because it's natural. It depends on how you go about that. But anyways, that's just how women are designed and born. A lot of women feel better about themselves is through having guys like them or male attention, and it boosts their self-esteem that they're already insecure about. So it's a really bad cycle, and I'm thinking about doing another video on this. Sorry, I have like so many video ideas. Kind of like for guys, you know, like their sexual prowess is like, you know, their status, like, oh my gosh, like actually guys don't talk like that. They're like, I slept with all these women, to their guy friends or whatever, and they're like validated that they're like a cool guy, that they can get the girls, and it makes them feel wanted, that women want them, you know? It makes them happy. It's a biological need that they need to have sex, and you know, it makes them seem important to other people, like, hey, like, girls want me. It's the same thing with male attention for women. So if you're always like so superficial that women want male attention, well, I can be like, it's so superficial that you want women for sex only, you know. And they both can be superficial to a certain degree, but I think that you have to think in terms is that women are designed differently from men, so it's like the exact thing but different, you know. And I think something that's interesting that I read on Reddit was that middle-aged women wear makeup to look younger, and then teenagers wear makeup to look older. And so it's kind of like women are trying to look like in their 20s, you know, like the prime golden age for women. I thought that was really interesting. I was like, wait, how does that work? And I think like for a lot of people who might be like, oh, women, their value isn't like always in their looks, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, bro, dude, whatever, gal, look at any MGTOW video, look at any incel video, look at just any video in the manosphere, and you'll come across very fast videos that talk about, endlessly talk about the female appearance and sexual market value, talk about fertility, talk about youth. But the thing that they talk the most about, I feel like, is a woman's appearance and how it degrades and how they lose value and this and that. So they put a lot of emphasis on young women being valuable in society, and that a part of a woman's value in life is her looks, is her appearance, is her being beautiful. Otherwise, men have nothing to do with her. They don't want her. You know, she's over the hill, or whatever, hit the wall. The point that I really want to drive home is that let's take a woman, your average woman, who is good looking. She's probably not like a 10 out of 10, but she's definitely above a 6. And she's not wearing makeup. If you put her out in the sea of thousands of women with makeup, who do you think is going to get approached more? Her or the women with makeup who has minimally makeup on, or who has a lot of makeup on, that looks good, you know, that looks really attractive, that looks like she could be a model, like she's a 10 out of 10 with makeup on. Who do you think guys are going to approach more? Probably the women that have makeup on, because they look better. And the guys sometimes don't even like really think about it, you know? And that's why a lot of women wear makeup, because other women wear makeup and they know that a bare-faced woman can't compete with a makeup-faced woman. And because everyone else is wearing makeup, and because all women are constantly in competition with each other, not all, like, I'm really not in competition with anyone, but this is just like a general idea, okay? Because women tend to be in a competition with other people, then that's why we wear makeup. Because, like, we know that, like, you know, we're going to be judged that way, you know? And gentlemen, that is why women wear makeup. An example I can give you is that in pageantry, so when women do pageants, I'm not talking about child pageants, you are not forced to wear makeup, but you're practically forced to wear makeup. And the reason why is that, like, judges or people who are in pageants that run them will tell you, they would advise you to wear some level of makeup to enhance yourself, because you're going to look plain compared to the girl that wears makeup. And that's just kind of how it works in real life, is like, just like in pageantry, the girls that wear makeup stand out and they look prettier than the girls that don't wear makeup, which is why other women feel compelled and feel like they have to wear makeup. Otherwise, they're going to look plain, like a Jane, or they're going to look boring, or they're going to look unattractive compared to women who are just wearing makeup. And gentlemen, this is why women wear makeup. I do want to point out that makeup isn't always about being insecure, and makeup isn't always about being attractive to men. A lot of times women like to do makeup because it's fun, you know, they're really creative, they're like a makeup artist and they know how to do all these tricks and stuff. And then some women just like it because it enhances their features, it makes them more confident, and yeah, those are some reasons. But the foundation of why women wear foundation, did you see what I did there, is because of women having to place their value in their looks and men being visual creatures. Like, that's the root reason as to why women wear makeup, because I feel like most women would not wear makeup if they didn't need it, or they felt like society didn't have this like certain image of what a woman should look like. If workplaces didn't have this certain image of what a woman should look like, most women would just go without it, because who wants to spend that hour, 30 minutes to an hour to 2 hours putting on makeup every day and taking it off and feeling like you have plastic stuff melting on your face on a hot summer day, and having people judge you for wearing makeup, and having people judge you for not wearing makeup, and having to spend all this money at Ulta, Sephora, and MAC for makeup. I think most women would just not do that. You know, it could be so much more simpler if it wasn't for these things in society. And I don't mean like, oh my gosh, women have it so bad in society. Like, that's not my argument. I'm just talking about this aspect about beauty. You know, some women wear makeup to look professional at work. You know, there's certain career fields that require women to wear makeup. Hooters girls have to wear makeup. Models, actresses, they have to wear makeup. Even in the only time they really don't wear makeup is in like when they're getting their portfolio photos, but most of the times requires makeup. You know, it's like a sort of professionalism, and women who don't wear makeup are seen as, oh, are you sick? Are you tired? Or like, you know, they don't look put together, and that's why a lot of women wear makeup other than the reasons I said earlier. And then some women put makeup on because they want to look cute for their man. Like, I do that sometimes, like where I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to look really cute today. Like, let me do some makeup, let me look really put together, you know, like let me look really cute for my man. Like, I do that. A lot of men said that they prefer women without makeup, that they like the no makeup look, but here's the thing. The no makeup look typically has makeup in it, but it's so natural and so subtle that you won't even really notice the difference, but it's still makeup. And that's what guys fail to realize, is the girls that they think have no makeup on have makeup on. And I think on the whole natural beauty thing is that when you're wearing makeup that's so subtle, you typically look like that without the makeup. Makeup just makes you look better. And I think at the end of the day, makeup, like a lot of things, like having long hair, having that hourglass figure, having boobs, having a butt, it makes us women feel more feminine. It makes us feel more beautiful, and that's something important for us to feel, you know? We don't want to feel like we look like a man. We don't want to feel like we're masculine, you know? It sets us apart from men. So why do I wear makeup? I'm not wearing makeup, like I said, in this video, and I'm kind of like looking back at the footage and regretting that decision, because I'm like, man, like my skin could be way better for this video, and I don't have my eyebrows done. I have redness in my face, yeah, and so I'm like being highly critical of myself and like, oh my gosh, you're so ugly right now. And that's just kind of like how a lot of women feel like every day when they look in the mirror, even though if they're pretty, and you might think that they're pretty. Okay, so I never wore makeup growing up because I was like a tomboy, and like if you're a tomboy, you don't want to wear makeup because you're a tomboy and you like to be like more masculine, I guess, and you like to be like a guy or whatever. It wasn't until 8th grade, you know, in middle school, I started to like grow into my femininity, and that's when I started like dabbling with makeup. My younger sister who actually started doing makeup before me, and she was younger than me, and I started using mascara. That was the first thing that I ever did, and I only wore mascara during my 8th grade year. And each year from 8th grade and throughout high school, I picked up like a new like makeup trick. Oh, learning how to do eyeshadow, learning how to do foundation, learning how to do this and that. And even though I learned how to do that, I was never one to wear makeup to school. Like I rarely ever wore makeup to school, and part of that because I was so afraid of people judging me or thinking that I wasn't pretty because I wore makeup, you know, because like a lot of guys do judge women who wear makeup, thinking like, oh, she must be insecure, or, oh, she must be ugly because she's wearing that. So I never wore it, and I felt like, you know, I looked good enough without it, and I wasn't really good at makeup. Still to this day, I'm like, okay, that I felt like I looked better without the makeup because I didn't know all of the tricks to make myself look better with it on. So, and I just never really liked the feeling of it. I was kind of like poor. I'm still poor now, but like I didn't have the money to like really sustain having a makeup collection and wearing it every day, so I just went without it. And still to this day, I don't really wear makeup. Like if you see me, I go to school, I go to work without makeup on. I'll wear makeup for special occasions, and you know, the time that I wear makeup the most is for my YouTube videos. But that wasn't always the case. You know, when I was first started on my channel, I barely ever wore makeup. Like I felt confident enough like not to wear makeup. I thought I looked okay. You know, I have acne here or there, and like, you know, I'm like not perfect. You know, I'm not the most beautiful person ever, and like I was totally okay with that. And then when things change is like when I made those MGTOW videos and people were attacking me for my appearance. That's when I really start to become insecure, and that's when I start to wear makeup in my videos, because it's like I really didn't want to like be bullied like that again for my appearance. And I'm like, well, if I'm putting a video out there on the internet and it might be there forever, I might as well look good in it, you know? And I think that's one of the reasons why like that thing changed in me, where I was like, oh, I should probably put makeup on. And just like having that insecurity grow, and that was definitely not a good outcome out of that. But anyways, going back on the 8th grade story, one of the reasons that started me wearing makeup is because I realized that, you know, I used to think growing up like guys would want a girl that's like knows how to like hang with the boys, you know, knows like all the stuff. Like I took up Pokemon for the guy that I liked. I was like, I want to be like that cool kid, like that cool girl, you know, that likes what her her boyfriend likes, what her crush likes, you know, like that was me. So I always had that impression growing up that guys want a girl that's not worried about breaking a nail. But I quickly realized guys do not want a tomboy. Guys want a feminine lady. They want a lady that does not look like a guy, that's not masculine. Guys want a woman that's pretty, who, like, I don't know, looks put together. That's what guys want. And I learned that early on, especially when I noticed that guys were going after the women who put more effort in their appearance than women who didn't. They weren't chasing me, the effortless queen over here. They were chasing the women who, or the girls who were putting makeup on and who were doing their hair, who were afraid to break a nail. That's who they were going after. And that, my friends, is why women might come off as so fake, you know, putting plastic surgery in them, you know, lip injections and makeup on and using shapewear, fake hair extensions. That's why women do those things, is because of competition, for male attention, for men sometimes, not always. You know, sometimes we just want to look beautiful and that's it. We don't, like when I look beautiful now, because I haven't been single for like 4 years, I don't go out there, for me personally, I'm not going out into the world looking for male attention, because I get that from my boyfriend and that's the only male attention I care about at this point. So for me, especially the people who are taken, a lot of us just look pretty because we want to feel pretty, you know, we want to look cute. But usually when we're single, it's the opposite reason, because we want people to like us or because we want to find a mate, whatever. So yeah, that's what I learned early on, is that men are attracted to that. So don't come blaming us like, oh, you're so superficial. It's like, well, you're chasing those women, not the ones who you claim you like. Okay. So is there a solution to this? So this video is not to shame men. I'm not saying this is all your fault. It's not your fault that you're programmed. I mean, it's not the fault that women are programmed, you know. It's the fault of the programmer, you know. So, but when you realize that this is the issue, that this is a problem, there's something we should do about that. I think you also have to understand is that women are going to be judged whether they wear makeup or whether they don't. So, yeah. And people are judged, period, whether you're a man or a woman. But when it comes to makeup, you do or you don't. You know, it doesn't matter. You'll be judged. And I think that for men, if you're really concerned about dating someone or marrying someone who you think is hiding something, who is trying to deceive you, who might look ugly under all the fake up, then you should learn the basics of makeup. You should learn types of makeup, what they can do, watch a few tutorials and see the transformation and learn. Because when I see women, I know if they're wearing makeup or not. I can tell because I myself do makeup. I myself have watched makeup videos. Like, I know. So if you're concerned about that, educate yourself on that. So that way you can be smarter in your evaluations, and that way you won't somehow be surprised when she takes the makeup off. And you'll be surprised. There's a lot of women that are really insecure about their looks, that they don't even let their husband, their boyfriend see them without makeup. They go to bed in makeup, or they'll wake up really early to put makeup on. It's crazy. Another thing that you can do to stop this is to stop chasing women who wear makeup and instead chase women who don't. Because if you're continuing the cycle of chasing women that wear makeup, all the women are going to feel like they need makeup in order to be chased by a man. But if you stop chasing women who wear makeup, women eventually will realize, hey, men don't like this look, or hey, men want natural beauties, and then they might start showing their natural feminine beauty. Another thing that men need to realize is that makeup is not necessarily a tool for deception, but it's a strategy for survival. You know, like I said, women's value is placed in their looks, and men say this themselves on the internet. Women who are attractive experience life way differently than women who don't. You know, to be successful as a woman in life, you have to be pretty. You know, a woman who is pretty is going to be successful, especially if she has other good characteristics like intelligence, kindness, this and that. And compare that to someone who is not seen as attractive. Like, that beautiful woman has more of an edge on life. To be successful as a woman in relationships, attracting a partner, especially a guy that you really like and want, you have to be pretty. You have to. you know? And so it just all drives back to this. And you call it superficial or fake, but it's not women trying to be superficial. It's just women trying to survive in a superficial world. Another thing you can do is to stop looking at celebrities or porn stars, influencers, yada yada yada, and wishing that your girlfriend or your potential or your future girlfriend look like that. Because a lot of these people are using filters, they're having plastic surgery, they are face tuning it, their photos, photoshopping, whatever. They have access to all the good stuff that we don't have. So it's unattainable, and you need to deprogram yourself from thinking that that's what an ideal or a real or realistic woman looks like. Some men can be really critical about women's looks, bodies, and faces, and that's some women are really insecure about that, and they really want to hide that, and they don't want to be belittled because of that. So that is what this video is about. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you learned something from this. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. If you have a different opinion, let me know down below, but be civil, you know? This is public so everyone can see. I love you guys. Bye!